Yes.
This is the last question.
I may have to do a Josh here and spend some time on my feet, and I apologise if I clear on over it. Firstly, with regard to the Trinity, I think a point with regard to that, you made the point regarding it's almost polytheism. In some cases, it seems to be saying dividing God, which you said Allah is invisible, and you made the point of one God and one God invisible in the American context. I thought of just even as a way to understand that is looking at yourself. So it's saying you're a man, you're also a son of your father, you're also a husband of your wife. There's two things that you're one man, you know what I'm saying? That is you, but you're not. We're not going to divide you so as you have one person who is your son who can stay with your father, you have one person who can stay with your wife, you know what I'm saying? Also with regard to your last point there of almost so someone has died in your place for your sins, therefore you think you'll be married, but tomorrow will die, we have nothing to worry about. I would disagree with that. Even just I was on my feet as you were saying, and just looking in my mind, Ephesians 5 verse 1, therefore be imitators of Christ. Therefore be imitators of Christ. We're to, and obviously taking that from the context of regarding Christ as a person of that Godhead, or to be imitators of God. Sorry, it's Ephesians 5 1. I apologize, you were probably playing that through in your mind. But we are to be imitators of God. That's the calling that we have. And it's only by grace, which I'm sure you're aware of, that we have been given the opportunity to be free from us. And Romans says, we're all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. We all recognize that we have all fallen short of the glory of God, and that can never be attained. And Josh said from Philippians 2, it's not something to try and be grasped, to try and be like God. It's not by our actions that we can do this. That's what we're saying, that no righteous acts that we can do, they're all like filthy rags. We cannot attain any sort of righteousness to warrant a passage into heaven. And the question I would have, just I will continue on after this question, is what can we do that's ever good enough? Why would God allow us into our heaven? Into his heaven, sorry. Why would God ever allow us into his heaven? Nothing we can do is ever enough. And that's the whole point. That's why God sent his son to die in place for those sins, because nothing we can do is ever enough. And it's only because of that. And he died as a propitiation for those sins. He was a substitute. And really, the big thing is, it's not about spreading blame over the whole world. It's saying that you have an opportunity to have your sins cancelled, to be made righteous. It's not by anything that you do. It's by grace. And that really the righteous are the good acts that you were speaking of. That's more a manifestation of that grace. It's like, because this has been done for me, this is what I will do. Freely I have received, freely I will give. By the actions that I do, that's the analogy is used in Matthew 7, I believe, in terms of how you will see a tree by its fruit, and that the fruit that you bear, the acts that you do, are due to the grace that you have been given. It's not something that is earned, it's something that is given. It's a gift. Just as I would give you something, you can choose to either take it or to reject it. You can take that. This is what Christians believe that's what they have done. They receive that gift of grace. And but others choose to reject that. You know what I mean? But it's not a case of spreading blame over everyone, and everyone has that opportunity. It's whether we take that opportunity.
You said quite a bit for me to keep up with. It's very difficult to answer that question because you said so much. And you didn't do a Josh, you did a Josh to the second power. But I would like to ask the question, do you have any sisters and brothers?
Yes.
Do you have any little sisters and brothers, like 1 year old or no? Cousins?
No. Are you going to ask me a question what happens to them if they die now?
Huh?
Are you going to ask me a question what would happen to them if they die now?
No, I'm not going to ask you that. I'm going to ask you, have you ever seen a baby in your family? Your mother has a baby or something like that. Do you actually, as the last point before we end, do you actually believe that that precious little bundle of joy? What? Hold it. I'm not finished. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Do you actually believe that that little precious little pink thing, and as for me, of course, little black thing, right, is actually a sinner? Do you actually believe that? That child hasn't done anything to anyone? That child is a sinner?
as Christian people, it's a simple wilderness we live in. We're not dealing with one simple character.
I ask Allah to guide all of you to the way of the truth, which is the belief of Islam and Tawheed and the oneness of Allah, and that you worship Him by Himself and ascribe no divinity to anything other than Him. Ascribe no divinity to anything other than Him, and worship Him by Himself, because He deserves to be worshipped by Himself.
Okay, with that, I think we should close the discussion. Thank you very much, Dawood, for